Hey everybody, welcome to another Tuesday Lunch with Laura. I want to welcome all of our new Hub members here. Give everybody a nice big Hub welcome. So today what we are going to talk about are I'm going to give you 4 free tools that you can use to run your virtual assistant business. So last week we did 5 free tools to start your business, and now we're going to do the 4 free tools that you can use to run it. But first, if you are new to the group and not familiar with me, I am Laura LaCursi. I own Elite Virtual Assistants, which is a virtual assistant agency. I'm also the founder of this group, and I also have a website that is full of free resources for all of you virtual assistants out there. You can find that at elitevahub.com. There's a free membership vault area that you can join and get access to all of the Facebook Lives that we've had in the past. And also there's a bunch of free resources that you can download there. I also have a free masterclass, the ultimate 5-step system to a wildly profitable virtual assistant business, that you can find at elitevahub.com/masterclass. And then of course, I also have my online course, which is Fast Track to Starting Your Virtual Assistant Business. And that can be found at elitevahub.com/VA-school. It's the VA school. So again, today we are going to walk through 4 free tools that you can use to run your virtual assistant business. And I'll give you a couple options in each area, but I'm mainly going to focus on the ones that I've used before, because there are just hundreds and hundreds of options out there nowadays. So the first one is a project management tool. I'm sure most of you are familiar with it, but it's Trello. I know that I know some people personally who do not like Trello, but I personally love it. And what I like about it is that I can use it not only for myself, but also for the business. So I'm going to walk you through a few different ways that you can use it. And then coming up this summer, I am going to do like a full Trello training in the group so that you can, see all of the different ways that you can use it. But so initially, the way Trello works, if you're not, familiar with it, it consists of boards, and then within those boards are lists, and then each list has its own cards. So basically what you can do, what I like about it is it can really encompass everything within the Trello board. So you can organize your virtual assistant business with a Trello board, and then you can also designate some of those boards to your clients. So this way, if you are working, with several clients, you only have one place that you have to go to in order to find everything and to see everything. And it really helps keep all of your communication, all of the work that you're doing with your clients in one place that you can both easily track it. You can tag people on the card. So, if you need your client to do something, you would tag them on the card. They would actually get an email notification that there is something that they need to do on that particular card or list or board. You can set due dates for things so that you are reminded when something is due. You can create checklists inside of every card. So let's say that you put your client onboarding process and you lay it out on, let's say within one of your lists in Trello, and you lay out your onboarding process on a card. You can take that card and you can actually create a checklist within the card. And then this way, every single time that you are bringing on a new client, you can just check those things off as you go through. And it's really easy for you to be able to make sure that you didn't miss a step, so that every single client that you work with is onboarded in the same way. So, you know, like I said, you could also use it for your business. So you could use it, let's say you have a sales list or you have a marketing list. And for, you know, so you could have a board strictly for your virtual assistant business. And within there are all of the different things that you are going to be doing for your business. You could have to-do lists. And the great part about it is it's really just a drag and drop system. So you are able to take a card when you're done with it and move it to, maybe you have, you know, a to-do list and then a done. So once you're done, you can move it over to, you know, the completed or done list, whatever you name it. And the beauty of it is that it's just so customizable for everything that you need. And like I said, everything is really housed within that one system. So it can be your business and for your clients. And I know that, Trello's free. They obviously have paid versions, which allow you to do a little more, but you can do so much with the free version. It has unlimited boards on the free version. And it also allows you, I believe you get 10 board or team boards. So the team boards would be something that you could share with your client. Or if you have, you know, let's say other VAs that you're working with, you could share it with them, but you only get 10 with the free version, but that's still quite a bit. Especially if you're just starting out and you only have a couple clients, then you can start there and, you know, see if that kind of system's going to work for you. I love it because I love anything that you can try before you buy. So again, project management, really, really important to keeping yourself, your business, and your clients organized. And my recommendation is Trello, but there's also Asana. There's Monday, I think it's monday.com. So there are several, and again, there's hundreds, but you know, I like to keep it as simple as possible. Give Trello a try if you haven't used it yet. Okay. The second thing that you are going to need and that you can get a free version of is time tracking software. So, and you know, not everybody tracks their hours, which is fine. You know, if you do creative work, you typically are not going to be tracking your hours. But I know a lot of VAs, especially when they're starting out, they do either sell packages of hours or they track their time to maybe, you know, create retainer packages or what have you. So some of the free ones are My Hours, there is Toggle, and there is Clockify. And the two that I've personally used are My Hours and Clockify. Those are the two that I have used. But I know Toggle is a really big one. I know it's a really good one. And what's really nice about this hours reporting, especially if you're sending it to a client, is you start the timer when you start working and then you stop it when you're done. You can then go ahead in there and you can put different notes, and you can, you know, a lot of times it'll come up color coded, but you can put notes in showing what you did so that, you know, it's really nice for your client to be able to see that. It'll send them a detailed list that they can read, and then it also gives them a nice colored chart at the bottom. And, you know, it kind of breaks it up, like maybe you did, you know, an hour of social media this week and you did an hour of admin and 15 minutes of phone calls. So it's really nice to be able to show that. And even if you are not doing or charging by the hour, it's still a really good, it's a really good idea to go ahead and track your time anyways for your own purposes. And that is so that, you know, if you find yourself, like let's say you did go ahead and you set retainer packages or you set these, you know, these other creative packages for people, but you're finding that, you know, sometimes you're just using way, you know, so much more time than you maybe billed for or that you accounted for. It helps you to be able to see where that time is going and then adjust your pricing accordingly, you know, just to make sure that you are getting paid properly for the work that you're doing. So again, 3 choices for you: free time tracking software, My Hours, Clockify, and Toggle. And like I said, I have personally used My Hours and Clockify. I like Clockify better. My Hours tend to be, sometimes it worked great and other times it was very quirky. So my number 1 recommendation for free time tracking is Clockify. Okay, number 3 is email campaign software. And so last week, what we talked about was basically just your regular inbox email, right? And I recommended Gmail. But if you are going to be working on, which you should be, building an email list so that you can send out a newsletter, I don't care if that's every week or every month, every quarter, whatever it is, but you really, if you are going to be nurturing leads, you need to be staying in touch with those people. Obviously, the number one free one out there is MailChimp. I've personally used that for years. It's served us well. We've moved on since then. But MailChimp is a really good place to start. It is free. It actually gives you a lot of functionality for free, but there is zero support from them on the free end. I think you can email them if you have support questions, but I honestly don't even know if they email you back. I mean, that is one thing that's just, they have zero support with their free version. So, and another one is Sendinblue. And actually I was comparing the two, and they have the same free subscriber limit, which is 2,000. So MailChimp, you get 2,000 subscribers for free before you have to pay for it. Sendinblue also gives you 2,000 subscribers on their free version, but their pricing, once you have to move to a paid version, Sendinblue, it looks like their pricing is about half of what MailChimp is. So that might be one that you want to explore. And there's another free one that looked really good too, and that was called MooSend. I personally do not have any, I have no experience with MooSend. I don't have any experience with Sendinblue either. So I have used MailChimp, and since then we have migrated to MailerLite, which I really like. They don't technically advertise that they have a free version, but they do. So basically what I had to do was set up an account, and then I emailed them, and they gave me a free account. I think I had up to 1,500 subscribers for free initially when I started doing that. But I really like it because for me, it's more of a visual. It really shows you the outlay of everything if you're doing workflows and things like that. MailChimp isn't as visual, and for me, it was a little more difficult to use. So, and there's another one, Flowdesk, but that one's not free. So yeah, free versions for email campaign newsletters, MailChimp, Sendinblue, and MooSend. Okay, and number 4 is, so that you can market those services, you need a social media scheduler. And so the one that I've used, and most people are familiar with, is the Hootsuite platform. You get 3 channels on that. I believe now they do have a limited number of posts that you can do on their free version. But like I said, if you're just getting started, it's a really great tool to use to be able to plan and schedule all of your social media content, at least for 3 channels. And honestly, if you're just starting out, you shouldn't be on more than 3 channels, because you're just going to overwhelm yourself with way too much information. Or I should say, you're going to be concentrating too much and spreading yourself too thin. I always like to say focus on 1 to 2, where your target market is hanging out, especially in the beginning. Buffer is a good one. I've used Buffer before. They also give you 3 channels that you can, go ahead and schedule on their free version. And then I have never heard of this one, but it had some pretty good reviews. And I want to say Postify, but that's actually not it. It's Postfity, and Post, F-I-T-Y. And that one also looks like it gives you the 3 social profiles, and was really comparable. Their free version was really comparable to Hootsuite and Buffer. So those are really the top 4 tools that you need if you're just starting out, and the free version of each of those tools. So I'll run through those again real quick in case some of you are just jumping on. So the first one, project management, really big to keep yourself, your business, and your clients organized. I recommend Trello. Obviously, there are other ones. Time tracking software. Keep track of your time, even if you're not billing hourly, just at least for a few weeks or a month or so, to make sure that you are charging for everything that you should be charging for. My personal experiences with my hours, my recommendation is Clockify, and then there is also Toggle, excuse me, which is a really big one. Email campaign software to run those email newsletters. That is, excuse me, MailChimp, Sendinblue, or MooSend. Again, I've used MailChimp, and it was a really great starter. It served me well for quite a while. And then your social media scheduler so that you can keep, creating that awareness for yourself and your VA business. Hootsuite, Buffer, Postify. Hopefully I'm even saying that right. So hopefully that was helpful to you. It's always good to start with free stuff, right? And it kind of lets you, I always like I said, to try before you buy. So check it out. If it's something that, you feel you need more functionality, or you just decide that you don't like it, it's okay because it didn't cost you anything. So again, if this was helpful to you, give me a like, give me a comment. If you have specific questions, I'm happy to answer those for you. Again, if you have not joined our member resource vault, where we have all of our past Facebook Lives categorized for you, please go ahead and join at elitevahub.com, free membership there. Also, if you want to take my free masterclass, The Ultimate 5-Step System for a Wildly Profitable Virtual Assistant Business, be sure to do so at elitevahub.com/masterclass. And if you're looking to just fast track your way to starting that virtual assistant business in 30 days or less, and honestly, I just had 3 people go through the VA school and they did it in under 30 days. So it is very easy to get through. It gives you a ton of information. And when you're all done and paid in full, we do a one-on-one consult. So you can find out more information on the VA school at elitevahub.com/VA-school. So I hope everybody has a great rest of your Tuesday, an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you guys back here next Tuesday. Take care.